Hello beautiful buddies and welcome back to another fantastic video. Hello my beautiful buddies, welcome back to another fantastic video. My name's Kelly and welcome back. So welcome to the second episode, I think, of this photo SLR series that I'm doing of film photos. So we've got our two cameras right here. This is the Canon 650 and over there we have the Pentax MZ. So I'm going to quickly move over to the PC to talk more about these cameras. So we have the 650 right here, and then of course we have the Pentax MZ. Two SLRs that we shoot with in this series, and you can see both pictures. So we're not exactly sure. People finally got to send the two photos off, which you saw in the last video, and we have them back. So I want to show you those photos in this episode. So give me a sec. Right, so our first role that we are going into is going into the Canon EOS 650. This is the new back that I just bought. So the photos you're going to see is from the old back. So this is going to be different. And the photos for that back will be out very soon. So we're going to go straight in looking at all the photos of the cheap AliExpress film that we got to test with this camera. And oh boy, it is interesting. As you can see, each roll has a yellow tint. We're not 100% sure why it has this yellow tint. And also you can see some artifacts in it already. We've got this really long line here. That's purple. I think that's the scanner, not a scratch. And then you can see some of the scanner up here. And then this is an artifact of the old back that we have a light leak. The way light leaks work is because the image is projected upside down, meaning that at the bottom there would be at the top of the camera. So because the camera, when you're taking the picture, not all it's going in, that the image is flipped, meaning when the image is upside down, meaning where the leak is entered in is right at the top. That is interesting. I mean, it's not like it's gone in the side where it's obscured the entirety of the shot. It's going to give a little bit of an orange tint to all the footage. So meaning that is going to be a shout out for the second episode. It's going to be some Kodak Gold shot with this camera and MZ60. Oh, we lost the battery compartment. Is that it's going to be interesting. That with the old back, you're going to have some light leakage. But I think this line, purple line here, and this little light up here is from the scanner Analog Wonderland used. But I'm not too bothered. I don't really want to rescan these photos as they're awful already. And then you've got the light leak at the top right corner. So I think when the image is flipped, I think that light leak came in at this side. Image. And then the third. Yeah, we've got quite a bit there. And then you've got this image as a whole. And then this is actually pretty interesting, that not only do we have a light leak coming in from the top, we also got a light leak coming in from the bottom right corner. So it's interesting. I mean, it's not destroyed the image as a whole. So we got the light leak up here, and then you got a light leak down here. And then, but you still got the massive line going across, I think is the scanner, not a scratch. I'll have to double check with that when it comes to actually sorting out. But I think this photo is a little dark or underexposed. I'm not 100% sure. When I do my settings on the 650, we put it at 0.0. But we don't know if it's the camera or me, or is this film really just no good and it really expired? There is literally no information at this top corner underneath the bridge. There's absolutely nothing. And also no information in the windows and all that. So all of this is just gone. But it's still an interesting shot. Then you got this shot, which is pretty awesome. Oh, by the way, all of this was shot with the 75 to 300 lens. You know that lens because I shoot quite a few photos, even in my digital work, with that lens. And then a duplicate there because I shoot twice. And then you got this shot, which I actually kind of like. We will go back and recreate this shot with the same lens. But there is no information underneath the bridge. You can see the car, but there's literally no information here. You can actually tell what the sign says, which is alright. But you can see all the way back here and all of that, which is not too bad for 75mm. I mean, this one came out fantastic actually. I may actually print this, but as you can tell, all the photos have a yellow tint. And again, got artifacts, got scratches, which I think may have come from inside the camera. And then quite a bit, and then I think it's still got the artifacts and stuff, including this little artifact down here, which is a bit of speck of dirt. I'm not 100% sure what that was. And the last one here is really faded. I don't know why this is faded. But again, you got the artifacts and all of that. That's 25mm. Not sure why that was faded. So we're going to go into my Lightroom in this specific folder. You need to bear in mind, this is actually had to redo this entire video. So what you see, we've already done intriguing. So this shot is the shot, I think. Yeah, it's a shop. So, as you can tell, is we got some technical issues. So you can tell that what we did to compose just an interesting new image from this one shot. So we increased the exposure just a tad, that it wasn't going to like blow out everything. As you can see, we've got that light leak down here, and you've got a light leak at the top. So that's the bottom of the camera, which isn't too bad. The top of the camera will create more of a light leak than the bottom. And you can see the colours in the bolt here, because that was more what we were trying to get the picture of. And then we got the fence leading up to it, which is out of focus here, because that is at the end of our focal range. And yeah, got the people at the back there, and the path, which actually isn't completely blown out, which is good. This day was particular because I saw someone walking around with a Nikon. Of course, I had my Canon 4000D, which you can see behind me, because I just finished shooting with the 650. Because it only had 8 rolls. My bad. So we put some blue, we added some magenta, put some vibrance up, because if you put too much vibrance, it just blows it out. So we only added a tad bit of vibrance in. As if we put too much in, it just blows everything out. We increased the contrast to 29, minus 29 on the highlights, plus 22 on the shadows, plus 36 on the whites, and minus 16 on the blacks, which makes this image. Then we can go into this photo, which I said that there is literally no information here. Actually, I could body check the negative on that one, and I'll turn it black and white because it's just, and it looks like a better image. So you can see from this image and this image that we were actually standing on the grass here, and the boat's just off in this corner. Because this is the image one I like, and this is how I composed it. We could probably add a bit more saturation to the image, like that, and then, you know, maybe we'll get that one printed at some point in the future, or maybe not, because we do have an artifact where for some strange reason you've got a line going across it, but I think that's the scanner, because I think the negatives were extremely dark. And then you've got the same image as the first one, sort of, because ain't got the people in this one, but it's sort of the same image. And we put it black and white, which looks cool. Then I decided to zoom in on the house here, and then turn the house black and white in this image, and then leave it in colour for this one. And this is the boat shot, and you can probably see it's not great. I mean, I could probably lighten and the contrast a tiny tad. Yeah, increase the blacks maybe. But that's about it, really. But we did do a lot of toning down, getting the blue. But that's actually when we put the blue in. Then adding some magenta to try and getting it to the point where the photo looks what you would usually see in an image, rather than the complete yellow mess of all the other images that are coming straight from the scanner. But we do have, unfortunately, that really strange looking line coming across. Turn something black and white because the colours are off. I mean, we could turn this one black and white, maybe, but yeah, it's not too bad. It's just yeah, it's good, I suppose. It's not too bad of a shot. I will be keep tweaking these, making them look alright as time goes on in the albums. But you know, I'm probably not going to do too much work on them. They're just. I think what's going on is that the photos, the roll was expired, and so you've got some weird color shifts going on. Which reminds me, maybe we should shoot some expired film at some point. Maybe that's a video for the future. Not right now, we can't really afford it. We've got some color shifts and all of that in different images. So, yeah, that's it for the 650. So we're going to go into the MC60. So we're going to get rid of all of these. Yeah, before we go, that image there is the one that was faded. There was literally no way I could recover it, so I made it black and white. Left the artifact at the bottom here. I don't know. And then we've got the scratch, which I think is from the camera. I don't know. It's interesting. Also, we did get rid of some of the noise from the images. Unfortunately, we can't noise reduction it because it's not compatible with the photo format, which also means it knows that it is a film photo rather than raw photo from the 4000D. So yeah, but we got rid of some noise out of the photo. So it looks much better than it did. And actually, I like the look of this photo. You can probably see that you do the light leak down here. Not on the top, but the light leak is causing a bit of colour bleed here. And of course here, but though they're interesting, making a bit of rust look. And also there's no information here. Alright, before we got exit from the 650. Actually, I'll probably use this. It's a pretty nifty little camera. Loving the look of it. Right, let's go over now to the MC60 roll that we did. And you can probably look, well, you probably see that we have some. Actually, I can go into it from here because I didn't change it very much. So, first of all, we have this sort of thing. Got so much grain. By the way, this is actually the 18-55 lens, which is actually on the camera at the moment. They thought, I don't know, Wonderland thought it might have been the shutter being a bit meh, but it isn't. It's actually this lens, which creates a strange circular shape in the viewfinder and causes some fringetting. I thought it was going to be more circular fringetting, but then I forgot that actually. When it takes a picture, it becomes a square, so it becomes like a weird diamond shape. But you can get this sort of look, you can get fisheye lenses. You do have artifacts. It's not on TV. But you do have some artifacts like scratches and stuff like that. And also we've got date stamp, which for some restriction I don't know how to get it off. And as you can probably tell, we've got a massive light leak here. Don't know if that's because it's upside down. It means it's coming from this side, I think. It's actually a bit of a boring shot, this, because technically I was supposed to be taking a picture of the pink cherry blossoms, but in black and white you can't even tell it's pink, so it's basically just a black and white picture of next door. So it's not a great shot, these two. My bad. And again with the cherry blossoms, but it looks fantastic with the double exposure with the Vaughan Mill, which is up the road. So having that in there, I mean the double exposures kind of rescue the roll, so in a way we'll be thankful for that. And again, you've got double exposures, and you've got, for some reason it misfired, meaning there's like midway through the roll or something. I did try and ask them to show me the negative. This one, I don't really want to know what the heck just happened, but once I have a proper look at the negatives when they come back, I will take a proper look. And then you've got the other one with some shooting like triple exposures and stuff like that. This one, I kind of like the look of this photo. It's a shame we've got a date stamp down here, but we've got bits and bobs like we've got grain, which I think I can move majority of. No, I can't. But Wolfen has this grain. So this is a good shot, and this is a good shot. And you've got shots like this, which I think is like a double exposure from the last one. It's like it overlapped. Not sure what happened here, but I did shoot this roll at 125, so I'm not exactly sure what's happening. I didn't do much editing with this, I just left it as it is, as it doesn't really need that much editing because it's black and white. And also, I don't know what settings were used. Theoretically, leave it like that and print it, but I like the mystery. It's a fantastic shot. It looks perfect. Yeah. So not many great shots out of this roll. It's an interesting situation. We've got some double exposures and triple exposures, which what's that? One land which I get my film for now. Got a couple of rolls going to be sorted out, stuff like that. Anyway, that is it for this video. So we've got some original Wolfen black and white film, and some cheap AliExpress film. I would say the original Wolfen is actually alright. I will probably buy some more of this. Get 2 more rolls and actually shoot her at proper the ISO it's supposed to be meant at 100 ISO, which I will probably shoot the next time I shoot some. So anyway, I'll leave you now, and I'll see you soon. Right, so welcome back. I just want to tell you that all the photos that you just saw from that tiny little clip is on a portfolio, so you can take a look at them on my website, on the portfolio, so check them out. They will be in the description down below. And yeah, and I'll see you in the next video, where we will be looking at some Kodak Gold, and also the 3rd episode, which we will look at some original Wolfen, the 2nd lot of film that I bought. So we're going to check that out. Maybe we'll get some more of this. Anyway, see you in a bit.